everyone. What are we doing? What am I doing? I am actually using an alcohol wipe, and I am cleaning off. It really doesn't matter. This is the molds that I have for my mini fish, and I've showed you those in my videos. And I figured, let's start out simple. I told you all I would do some of these videos, and I absolutely am going to. And let's do something easy. Let's do some mini fish. Let me show you how easy it is to make these using the UV resin. And this is what we're going to be using today. I saved these bottles, and I'll take the big one that I showed you, this right here, and I'll refill these bottles. But I have this one and this one left. This one's not been opened yet, so I figured we'll take and do some of those, and I'll show you the whole process, and then then we'll cure them under a light. And I thought I had another one. Oh, I do. Right there it is. It actually looks like it has some resin in it, and we're going to leave that because that'll adhere to whatever we put in there. I also want to do these. Now, what is this? What is this? Okay. So let me give you a little look-see of my Mancala game. If you don't know what Mancala game is, it's like the rock game. Oops. I've still got to put the screws in it, and it's come loose right there, and that's okay. I'll fix it. But I made both of these, and I have to put the screws in it, but I'm going to glue. I've got to glue both of them back now, because it's got to have the screws put in it. Anyway, so the screws will get put back in that. Will get put in it. I haven't done it yet. I have to drill the holes. I am going to do a design on here because you can see through it. My plan was, because I use clear resin, I want to do some kind of design on here that will cover that up, and maybe carry the design over to here, because I did this one on white, and then that one was done in clear, just because that's what I had mixed up at the time that I started doing this. But so I have to make the game pieces for this, and this is it makes the little stones, which come, they're not really stones, the little game playing pieces. Let me get one and show it to you. And this is what they look like. I wasn't happy with the way these came out, so I currently use them in other resin projects. Like, I save any pieces that are not good, or that it didn't come out the way I wanted them to, and are not usable. They're absolutely usable as fillers, especially when you're doing a dark, or if you can put this in a clear. Look how pretty that is inside there. That'll show up. So you can absolutely use them again, just because they didn't come out the way you wanted them to. But some of these are pretty. Some of these are actually really pretty. My nails need to be redone. But, yeah. So I want to make some of these. And I had to decide on 2 colors, because you got to have 2 different colors. So you got to have I figured a light color, dark color, maybe a blue, and then an opposite color, maybe a yellow, or a pink, because it's got such pink. And this is just dirty. This is just resin and the powder from the resin that is up in there. So anyway, that's the Mancala game. So let's talk about design. And when I say design, I mean, this is the money fish. This is the mold. So my design is an all money fish have some gold flakes in them. And that'll be the last thing that I do add in there is the gold flake. So I'm going to need the gold flake. Definitely going to need some tweezers. And so now we need coloring. We absolutely can use these little stones. So let's add one in there. Let's add that blue one in there. Let's add this pink one in here. And let's add a purple one here. Say you've got rocks. You can put rocks in there. Crystals, whatever. And let's see. I see a red. Let's do red. Yeah, let this say what we're going to put in there. And there's a green. And we'll put that one in the one that's already got a little bit in there, and that's okay. It started curing. So now I want to look at some glitters. I got some sparkly glitters. And I've got glitters of all colors. All kinds of colors of glitter. So we need a green. So let's go with this one. We'll do a green. We need a blue. And how about that blue? I've got a darker blue. Let's look for that one. I know I'm digging in a bag. So okay. How about that blue? That blue, yeah, let's go with that blue. Okay, and a pink. Okay, I got a little bit of this one left, and that looks good. A red. This looks like a good Christmas red. And then a purple. Purple. I've got a couple of different purples. We could use either one. I kind of like this one. Kind of like that one too, but let's go with this one since I got more of it. So, I got this little thing here, got from in something. Oh, it's sticky. I mean, it's got resin on it. There we go. Alcohol wipes are your best friend. Yes, alcohol. If you're going to mess with resin, epoxy resin, UV resin, whatever, alcohol wipes and some alcohol, the highest concentration of alcohol that you can get, which, where is mine? It's not over here. What the heck? The highest that you can get, the better. If you don't happen to have like the 91%, the 70% will work. It's just the higher the concentration, the better it works. But you see how I cleaned that up? That's all nice and clean now. Now I can take this and I can use it to, once it's dry all the way. And it pretty much is dried all the way. Now my cloth is drying out. I'll set it over here because I will use it with my, oh my goodness, this stuff. The acetone. Acetone. Yes, my acetone. I'll use it when I clean stuff up with acetone, okay? So, I got this. This is brand new. I haven't used it yet. So, maybe I'll use this in here. Instead of this, I got just a little bit of this left. I'm going to put it back in there. So, this here, you got to punch out that thing. And I'm not sure if I can do that. Let's see. What have I got? What have I got that I can punch a hole? I don't see. I don't have a lot of strong tools. Oh, yeah, I do. Good grief. Okay. All right. Y'all thinking I'm weak. This is just really strong. There we go. Get that down in there, and let's take a look at some of this. Oh, well, you know what? Look, I bet you it's got a thing on it. No. Yes. Yes, it does. Right here. Right there. Let's get that out of there. Yeah, let's get this out of there. Maybe. Oh, look, I popped my nail loose. I need to change these anyway, y'all. Look at this. I got a cloud cutter right there. Look, it's got orange all over it. Maybe get all my nails popped loose so I can change them out. This cloud cutter's seen better days, ain't it? Bet it'll work. Alright. Oh, did you see me dump that? And it's okay. You know, we can have it all over the place. It's okay. It can be up in these little things. It can be up on there. I'm going to see if I can get some of that up and put it in there. It's like sugar sand. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wrong blue. Let's use this blue. That blue's got some epoxy, some resin. Not epoxy, it's got some UV resin on it. I can feel it. Now, if you wanted to, and you absolutely can with this, once you put your UV resin in here, you can put some alcohol, like a couple drops of alcohol ink. It's going to be still be see-through. You don't want to put a whole lot. Like, you want to do it very, very lightly, because you don't want it to be so dark that it cannot cure it. Because the light has to be able to penetrate through the resin in order to cure it all. Now, in this fish here in the back, it's got a fin. So if you put this glitter down in there, it's going to go in that fin, and it makes it very, very pretty display. It's where you get a lot of your color when you do just this, just the glitter, which today that's what I'm going to do. I might put a color in something. I don't know. I don't know till I get there. Alright, let's go with this one. And this one, because I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to go in here like this. I want to put it down in that fin. That's a really pretty purple. I'm going to put it down in that fin. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Down in that fin. Let's see if I can show you. Well, no, not without flipping it over, but we can do it this way. Kind of see down in that fin. I'm going to put this back in here. Now, the other thing that I need to put in here is those those lucky coins. That's supposed to be what brings all the good luck, you know, for these these little money fish. So, to make mine a little bit more authentic, I ordered those. got those in, and showed those in my last video. Put a little green in the tail, in the fins. Got this little green dot in there, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we've got glitter in all of these now. Let me find those little coins. We'll throw those in there first. And I know I brought them in here. Huh. I could have swore I brought them in here, you guys. They're here. I'm just not seeing them yet. There they are. I found them. Yes, I'm not as organized as I would hope that I would be. And it's hard because I've got so many things. And, you know, when you start off doing this, you need a list. Make you a list. You know, you definitely need your stuff to clean up with. The alcohol wipes, the acetone, we're going to put this in here, acetone, and what else? Let's move this little thing down here. And let's put this coin in here, because I think people want to see the coin in there. So you'll need acetone. You're going to need your glitters, your mica powders, your alcohol inks, things that you know that you're going to use to create with. And you can start off small, like this right here, you know. Get some alcohol inks and some UV resin and a couple of clear. Now, to do UV, the mold has to be clear. It has to be a clear mold, because without the clear mold, it can't get through to the bottom. Because we're going to have to absolutely flip this over and let it cure on the other side. And I'll show you that too. Let's put that coin in there. Now what we need to do is I'll show you. Now these are the ones that are not clear, and I absolutely cannot use these with UV resin, because I can't flip it over and it won't cure through that there. So these are sitting over here to be used with some clear epoxy, 2-part epoxy. And it looks a mess, looks an absolute mess. I can go ahead and put a point in each one of these. Let's do one in there. And I've got another one over there. My mom bought these. She didn't know that she needed the clear ones to be able to use them. She doesn't know the process either, using UV resin to do these. We're going to put our tops back on. Whoops, all of our glitters. Now, let's get into... Actually, I'm going to put the UV resin in there first, and then I'll do that. So, take the lid off. Shake this down a bit. And I'll just start pouring it in there. I'm going to kind of move that so it gets on all sides of that. Okay, once I do that, I'm going to take something and I'm going to tap it to encourage any air bubbles that are in it. if there's any air bubbles trapped in there. This is a whole process, y'all. I'll speed up what I can. Put your lid back on your UV resin because the light will start curing it. Oops, got a little on there. Okay, looks good. So now I'm gonna get some of the gold flake. And the gold flake, I'm just gonna stick in the resin. Kind of wipe it off of there. Get some of it. Oh, come on now. It always does this. I'm trying to get a bigger piece. Because a bigger piece is going to shrink anyway. But I don't want to cover up my coin. Where did my coin go? Right here. Just pull it right there. Now, I see right here it needs resin. So, it's not filled all the way. And when it filled all the way up to the line, not too far over the line because it will expand some as you're working with it. It will expand some. Because the resin heats up as it's curing, it heats up. And you definitely don't want, and when it heats up, it expands, and you don't want it going over the edges. And that's why you'll need like alcohol ink and acetone. And I've got some stuff that I've seen on Temu that I ordered. I'm not quite sure what it is, but we'll see when I get it. For cleaning, I've seen something about cleaning, so we'll see what it is when I get it. It could possibly just be acetone. Okay, you've seen the process, what I've done so far. So I'm going to go ahead and do the gold flake into the other fish, and then I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Now, I thought maybe I might need, oh my goodness, maybe a little bit more over here. There's nothing in the fins. And okay. Now, let me get this off my finger. That's how they look. And you can do yours any way you want to do yours. This nail's about ready to pop off of me. I was grabbing another wipe. Shoo, these nails look rough. They've had acetone and everything else. Yep, it's about ready to pop off there. Okay. Put our lid back on our gold flakes. Clean this off a little bit. And have these sitting over here ready to use again. These have some coloring on them. Mica powders. Fingerprints. Everything else you can imagine. Okay. Gonna set my money coin, my little lucky coins, whatever you want to call them, over there. This one makes a face. This one's kind of cool. I should do this face with the coin in it. Ooh, you want to do that? You want to do that? Let's see. We'll do this. Maybe this. Or no. Well, yeah, we want a contrast. So, how about some of this blue? And, put a little bit of this in there. In the face. And, let's see how we do with just tapping this around in the face to pick up the features of the face, the nose, the mouth, the eyes, kind of like that. The outline of it, maybe. Just kind of like that. I think I'm gonna like that. Yeah, the outline, and yeah, what do you think? Yeah. Okay, let's get one of these coins. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can do whatever you want. We're gonna throw a coin in there. Oh, should we do some gold flake too? Yeah, do some gold flake. So let's do a little bit of gold flake. And I know I haven't put my coloring in there yet, but if we do the gold flake down in there, I mean my resin, I haven't done my resin yet, but that's okay. Maybe do the gold flake down in there to put a barrier between the color and, I don't know, that might be too thick right there. Yes, too thick. But I kind of keep the blue down in the bottom, and then the gold, and then the coin in the back of the head. That would be cool. And static is aggravating all to pieces, y'all. All right. Let's see. And I really should have on gloves. That's your other thing. Add to your list. So make you a list while you're watching my video. If you're wanting to start out, add to your list that you are absolutely gonna need gloves. And no, I don't have any on right now. I'm sorry. I know I should. Alright. Put the coin in there. Cool. There it is. Top on the resin. That's just about empty now. Now, for my I need to get a better UV light. Absolutely need a better UV light. It's okay. And it's supposed to, there's a bottom part that this one's supposed to have on it, and I don't have it attached to it. The bottom part is just solid. It's not it doesn't have lights on the bottom part of it. So I have to cure these, and then I have to flip them over and cure it on the other side. So that's why these absolutely have to be clear. So let me see if I can maneuver this camera over to show you what we're going to be working with. If I can get this to loosen up just a little bit. And then there we are. And yes, you see more of my supplies, more of my stuff, more of my mess. More, whoops. I don't need y'all falling over now. Okay. So, I'm going to set these. I'm going to set this back for a second. This is a mat that I use. And it is for resin. It is the silicone mat. And I do use it a lot of times for filling. And it's okay if it gets down in there and it gets cured. It comes right off of it. So we're going to just position it. And a lot of times I do design right there on it. Have I got a hair? Did I just see a hair? Feel hair? Man, it's sticking up out of there. And you want to take a look and make sure that they're filled up all the way. If they're not, then you can add a little bit once you get them up here. I don't want to get down. Use a tool because it's clear and it's hard to see. It's in there. Yep, it's in there. It's in there. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we are good. Okay, we've got them all in place. Now, I'm going to take these. And I'm going to pull this light over. I'm going to let it run. And this one will come on when it senses in there. And it'll come on and run for a minute and a half, I think. Or 130 seconds, maybe. And then I'll flip them over and run it again. So while that is curing, we can come back over here and work on the Mancala pieces. And that's what I do. I work on multiple projects. When I get in here and I'm going to be getting dirty, and messing with the resin and the epoxy. I try to do as many of the projects as I can. So with this one, I see something down in here. Get that out. I'm not sure what that was. Okay. With this one, I've got to go around and I got to fill each one of these up. And I know that I'm going to run out of resin with this because it's about empty. It blew a big air pocket in there. Did it again. Alright, I'm going to close this one up and open this other one. And there is a tool that you can get, or that should come with some of your, maybe your coloring. It's not sharp. It's made of plastic, and it punctures these kind of things. The little packages like this right here. It makes it easy. It goes in a circle. Okay, my light went off over here. So, I'm going to move this. I'll bring it over and I will show you. Like, that is cured. So we're going to flip it over like this. And we're going to cure it from the other side. Bring this back over to it and let it run. Let it do its thing. And then we'll go back to this right here. And I shut the camera off. Okay. Let's go down in here. And this has a little lip around it because it's got to make it curved. So you got to make sure to get the air out of there and the resin all the way around it. These are a little tricky to make. You absolutely could make some solid colored ones with the two-part epoxy if you wanted. A little bit too much in there. Making sure, yeah, that didn't have enough. Also, I have something that I had ran out of epoxy, the two-part epoxy for. Okay, our light just shut off. I'm going to let it sit there and cool off a little bit because it is hot. And not from the light, it's from the resin curing. got too much out of that one, so I'm just going to scoot it over here into this one. And hopefully it'll go in there and quit staying on the top. Ah! Don't do that, Janet. Don't knock. I'm so sorry, y'all. I did not mean to knock you down. I'm not really that mean. I have to get a better holder for the phone, you know, for the recording, to be able to record. I don't know what other people who do resin use, but I know they have something good because it doesn't ever get messed up. And they don't edit. They just let it run, and they have super long videos. I know because I watch them. Wow, that one didn't get filled at all. It can be tricky, not being that it's clear and it's harder to see. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a blue alcohol ink, and I think this is, I've got alcohol inks over here. Oh, you know what? You know what? These are my older ones. I've got green. I have pink. I don't have pink either. There's some that I had it on over and it's still all over. Some of them poured out of the little bottles. So okay, I have alcohol ink over here. And this one is my Let's Resin brand alcohol ink. That's a good, very good brand, y'all. Let's Resin. So and so we want to get a pretty blue. Ooh, I think I see one. What is this one? This one. Ooh, the sapphire blue. That sounds wonderful. All right. So we have our sapphire blue. And I'm not squeezing it. I'm letting it fall out of there on its own. Because I don't want it to get everywhere. I hear rain. Not gonna lie, sometimes I have to push it. But now it is going on its own. Uh-oh. Very telling as to what is going on with this resin, isn't it? Some of it is too much, some of it is too little. So let's take care of that. So I'm going to take this little tool here. And I'm going to wipe some of this over into this one that doesn't seem to have enough. Now look what happened to that. We are getting some rain here today. This one, I'm just going to push down in the center of it because, oh, okay, let me put another drop in that one. Look, it pulled all of that color out because it was sitting on the top. So, I just learned something. If I am going to, look at that, wipe the tops off, then put my color in, so I'm not wasting my alcohol ink. And maybe it'll go down into the resin a little bit. I've got to do those, don't I? Sorry, y'all. This is a clean, or it was a clean alcohol wipe. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be some good. What do y'all think? These little stone pieces. I think that'll be good, right? So we're going to cure those under the UV light. But first we've got to move out the fish. Okay, let's move our light. And I'm going to pick these up and set them over here where we had them before. And yep, they've cooled off pretty good. Can set this here. And bring the light back over here. When it sits down there, it's not picking up anything. Yeah, it does that. So, what I do is I'll grab something, and sometimes that still don't do it. What the heck? Alright, there it goes. Alright. Oh no. The kitty cat is hurt. These look like they could be filled up a little bit more, so I am doing that. I turned the light back on the pieces that I've got over there. Now I'm just kind of feeling around to make sure that these were filled up enough. I can throw them back in the light. It'll cure these in no time. That one feels fine. That one, maybe a little bit more. I want to cover that the gold the gold leaf better. So I'm gonna put these in here again and let that run. I got one more here, right? Yeah. Put that there on the edge. All right, let's take these out of the mold. This is my favorite part. And I just kind of take and pull like this on the edges. Kind of go around it, get one side loose, and then just pull. And here we go. Now this feels a little tacky right here. Like, that's a little tacky. So I am going to put it back in over there and let it finish curing. Get it near that light. I don't think it has to be all the way under. And that's another reason to flip them over and to let them go under that light. Because they should not feel tacky at all. They should feel done. Look at how pretty that is. You can see the coin right there. You can see the coin right there. You see the glitter in the fins. This is the one that had some UV resin in it already that was kind of cured. So pretty cool. Now something I did want to try with these is I've been seeing some that have like showing like they've got the coin in their mouth. I don't know if I can do that with these fish or not. Yeah, that's going to be a little hard to do with these fish. You know, I could put it like underneath of it. What do you think? Maybe put a little bit of UV resin there and here. Maybe. That's a maybe. So maybe we'll do that. Okay, I'm going to flip those over. I'm not going to move the light. I'm not going to move the camera over to the light. I'm just going to flip the little bead things over. I'm going to put this one pink fish under here so it can get cured good. Okay. Let's do this one. I think I turned this one over. Let's see how the little bit of this came out. I'll show you how we take care of that. Is it focusing? And there we can see the details of the face with the blue. Some of it because of the gold leaf. And then we turn it over. And you can see the coin inside for sure. Yeah. Okay. So with this little piece there, I've got a tool. And this is another thing that you can add to your list of things that you may want to have on hand. This is a deburring tool. Yeah, kind of cut through that. This may be a bit thick. And scissors will be needed. Why am I feeling wet resin? Oh, did I set it down in some? I did. Say it wasn't like that. It was on me. I'm going to have to get scissors and cut that. That's why you don't want to overfill. I don't see my scissors over here. Let me try these. And then if that, if that doesn't do it, then you can definitely sand it. Just be aware that sanding it can cause it to not be shiny and see through it anymore. But you can fix that by adding UV resin. This thing takes some time to get used to using. It's definitely different. Why am I setting this down in a, And we have a pocket of uncured UV resin coming out. Why am I getting this all over my hands? I'm going to put it under the light just to double make sure. These should be cured now. Invest in a lot of these. Alcohol will get that off your hands. All right. Oh, that feels sticky right there. The red and the gold is very pretty together. And there's the coin. You can definitely see the coin. Now, if I had on good nails that I had just done, I definitely would have on gloves. And the sharp spots, just use this. Okay, that one looks great. Put it over here with the green one. Okay, now we've got the blue one. Feel of it, it feels good. Let's see what else we got under here. We have our pink one. It feels warm. You can see the coin there. And this one has a hair on it, on the mold. I thought I felt a hair. Okay, this one is the purple one. That purple and gold look good together. Look, there's the little thing that I put in there. And you can see the coin. Very pretty. Okay. Now the blue one. There's the coin. Some of the gold leaf sticking out. And then here's the blue one. You can see the blue piece that I put in there. You can see the gold coin from the front, from the top. See all of the glitter in the fin. That looks really nice. Very pretty. It's all pretty in the tail. Turned out very nice. I like this one. There's some gold leaf there. That. Run the deburring tool across. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to hit that. Okay. He is ready for the flea market. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep hitting that. I'm going to have to get something. I have to get a different kind of mount to a tripod of some sort to put the camera on. Alright. So now I have blue, green, pink, red, and purple, all ready now for the flea market. Pretty awesome. Those are all ready to go to new homes. Okay, so let's take a look at these. These are our Mancala game pieces. And, okay, so the best way to do these, push it over like this, and push from that side, and push it out. And then this is what we have. Now, it is a little dent there, and it's, so what I'm going to do, a very little amount of the UV resin, and I'm going to put it in here under the light, so that little dent will be covered, and the alcohol ink that's in that very center will also be covered with the resin. Let's see, this one has a little dent too. It's got a dent. So just put a little amount in there, and I'm going to stick it under the light. Oh, yeah. First I have to stick my finger in it. Which I really totally didn't mean to do. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to do this to most of these, or all of these, or a bunch of these. And that's okay. It's going to be making them feel more rounded. I mean, there we go. Look at these. These are pretty. But all of them have that little indent. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit on there. And I think what else I will do, let's take this and set them on top of it, like that. That way we can kind of get them like even or level, kind of. And that'll give me a little something to put them on and cure them all at one time. Some of them have bigger holes in there and indents than others. And that's just the way that I had put not enough UV resin in there. But, as I said, you can do repairs with this resin, UV resin, and you won't even notice. You won't know. I mean, you'll know, but nobody else will know. And it doesn't take long to do. That's a great thing about UV resin is it's very quick. And you have a good... Now just keep in mind that this is, yes, it is cured. But all resins need to be fully cured. Epoxy resin, the 2-part epoxy resin, I know takes a good 2 weeks to get full hardness, full strength. So, in order to, ensure that your project is completely cured, you absolutely want to give it 2 weeks of just sitting there before you would put it to use, I guess you could say, to know that it's protected, that it's going to be okay. And it's going to be, it'll get harder as it gets older. So it's just going to be sitting somewhere, I think it'll be fine. But see, there I go again. Some need a lot, some don't need much. And you really got to look, because that shiny doesn't necessarily mean that it's wet resin, uncured resin. Let me move these other ones out of the way. That one really doesn't feel cured, so I'm going to put it, well, it just jumped down there, didn't it? I'm going to set it right there, so cure the rest of the way with them. Yeah, there's this one. That one looks good. Feels cured. Okay, easy does it, Janet. Easy, easy. So what I should have done is set this over here and then filled it and brought the light to it. Okay. Here is this face. I'm not sure why I keep feeling wet resin on it. sticky. Okay. Waiting for that to cure. So let's kind of go over what you might need. You're going to need of course, your UV resin. You're going to need something to color it with, like the alcohol inks. You will definitely need your UV light. You're going to need your clear molds. And you're going to need whatever colorings, like your alcohol inks or your glitters. You're going to need that. And a lot of times, if you've done any crafts at all, you've got glitter and alcohol, or maybe alcohol ink or markers. I've used markers inside of the molds before, and it works just fine. They work out, sometimes they work out perfect. I use the paint markers work really nice. So, and I need to find my paint markers because I've got these little guys that I want to fix the coloring on and then coat it with the UV resin to protect it and then put it back outside in my flower pots. And I think they're so cute. So that's something I want to do with, as one of my projects is fixing that. Okay, so this has run for the full time. I'm going to bring them over here without knocking you around. And let's take a look at a couple of them and see how well they did come out. And I think these came out nice. What I'm seeing right here is nice. Except for that. That went over the edge. So I'm going to cut that off. Alright, let's take a look at another one. Hopefully not too many of those happened. Okay. So this one looks really nice because on the side view, it's just rounded. Do you see what I'm saying? On this back side. That's nice. That came out really pretty. Both sides different, but pretty. Now these are what is used, remember, for the Mancala game. People call it a stone game or whatever. It's where you move the stones around. You need these. So that's what these are for. Here's another one that's got some of the resin spilled out. And so we've got like a little bit of an edge. And I will have to get that off of there. And this will be one that isn't perfect. This one, if it's bad enough, I'll throw it over to the side. And I will use it inside of another resin project. I can make more of these. It's so simple. So that's probably what I'll do with that one. Oh, wow. Look at that one. That one's nice. Almost looks like an eye. like a blue eye. How cool. Yeah, I like that. Knocked over my fish. This one kind of has that eye look to it. Oh, that looks all blue there. That's cool. Now this one still has a little bit of a dent in it. And I'll show you. See if I can show you what I mean. Can you see on the side view? Yeah, see that? You can still see the little bit of a dent. So that's what I was trying to get rid of, is that I am dropping stuff and knocking my camera over at the same time. Lovely. So I'll have to get down there and find that one. It went flying somewhere. So, where's the lid? Let's cover that up. So I'll just show you some of these as we go. Because I'm going to stop here. And I want to thank you guys for coming today, checking it out. Please hit the like. Please hit the subscribe as you're leaving. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought of the video. And next video, we'll get into some more resin stuff. Some more projects. And maybe the 2-part epoxy. Man, I'm not putting him back on this thing again. Thought that was a good idea, but evidently it's not. I gotta make more. Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I put a flat side on them. Wow. That was not too bad. It's just getting this deburring tool on it. Anyway, you guys, thank you for coming, really, and hanging out, and let me know what tell me your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate it. This one here has a little dent in it, so I'm going to put a little dab, will do it, and I'm going to put it under the light and let it cure. Hopefully, if I can get the light to come on. There we go. It's on there. There's her face. Her little face. Yeah, her face. Kind of got some elf ears, right? Alright, guys. Love you bunches. Y'all take care.